We are learning brand new details about Sergeant Bo Bergdahl's years as a Taliban prisoner and his recovery at a U.S. military hospital. Good morning. Welcome to Happening Now. I'm John Scott.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jenna Lee. Hope you're off to a great week so far. As Bergdahl continues to recover in Germany, he has yet to speak to his family, according to reports. And there's more fallout from the prisoner exchange that also freed 5 top Taliban commanders from Guantanamo Bay. Secretary of State John Kerry speaking out on this for the very first time, calling the idea that the released detainees could put U.S. troops in danger, quote, baloney. Joining me now, Bret Baier, anchor a special report here on the Fox News channel. Bret, what do you make of that language, baloney?
Well, it's interesting. Good morning, Jenna. I tell you, it is the Secretary of State was asked specifically about U.S. soldiers being in danger because of this in Afghanistan, and his roundabout way, including that phrase baloney, was to say that the U.S. won't be there, and therefore we wouldn't be in an attack from these guys. Dianne Feinstein, the Democratic chair of the Senate Intelligence Committee, pushed back on Secretary Kerry, mentioning it this weekend, saying that she is concerned about these 5 guys in Doha, Qatar, and she's concerned about the possibility that they may launch attacks against U.S. interests sometime down the road.
It's worth pointing out we still have 32,000 troops in Afghanistan at this time, and although we are signaling the end of our combat operations in Afghanistan, we have yet to really receive that same signal from our enemy, Bret. So as we look at this story over the last 10 days, what more do we know about our overall strategy in Afghanistan and how this story perhaps plays into it or doesn't?
You know, it's really interesting, Jenna, that this is being characterized as a prisoner of war situation where the war comes to an end and you exchange prisoners. This was never what this was. And, you know, the fight, the terrorist action that the Taliban is tied to al-Qaeda, and these 5 guys have a big history with the core al-Qaeda that you hear so much about. That doesn't end when U.S. troops pull out of Afghanistan. There is still an effort on the terrorist side to strike against the U.S., the devil as they call us, and to make an impact. And that's not just ending with a signing treaty.
Have you heard anything else, Bret, perhaps on any movement when it comes to Guantanamo Bay? And again, taking a look at the themes, the major themes of this Bergdahl story, what this could mean for the future of Guantanamo Bay?
It may actually make it harder for a clear out of some of those people being held at Guantanamo Bay because of the focus that this particular trade has received and the pushback it is getting from not only Republicans but Democrats. That said, it is still a major goal, clearly, of this administration to close Guantanamo Bay. It was the thing that the president signed in the first day in office, and it has never happened. And I think that this whole story does generate and circle around the effort to clear out Gitmo.
A lot of political questions, of course, around that. Just quickly here, Bret, as we take a look at the week ahead, we have a VA hearing tonight on Capitol Hill. We also have Secretary Hagel going to Capitol Hill on Wednesday, and he'll surely be asked in testimony about this story. In the meantime, though, the president today is going to be making remarks about student loans. Why? Why is the president turning to that topic today?
He's trying to turn to any topic that is not this topic and not the VA. This executive order that he will sign today about student loans, while it raises the issue and helps push forward a piece of legislation that's in the Senate and support it, it doesn't actually take effect for 18 months. So it's not really the year of action with this executive order. He's trying to talk about a lot of things besides these topics. I tell you this, just quickly, Jenna, just anecdotally from around the country, veterans and active duty, there's a lot of vitriol about this whole thing, compounded with the VA scandal. And it's not good in polls across the country.
Not good for politics, Bret, or not good just in general for the country as a whole when it comes to leadership?
Not great for the respect in the military side of things. I can just tell you the pushback you get just listening to folks around the country is that there is this angst about this and the treatment of the U.S. military, and it's showing up in polls. And that's a negative for the administration and for Democrats who are frustrated.
Well, it seems like there's a lot of valid questions out there, and the conversation continues. A lot of dynamics at play. Bret, great to see you early as it is. We'll see you in another couple hours, 6 p.m. Special report. Thanks, Bret.
Thanks, Jenna.